was not social justice, although social justice is important. Jesus' primary message was not our works, it was his work. The primary message is that Jesus came, to live the perfect life in your place. And that by trusting in me, you can not only be forgiven, but you can be given my righteousness. And because of that, out of gratitude, you will go and seek social justice, and you will feed the poor and those things. But his primary message wasn't to get us to do good things. His primary message was to get us to accept the good he has done. And then we will do good works after that.
Okay, I think we have different definitions of intelligence.
What do you mean by that, Taylor?
She asked a question.
What?
I don't think you're reading into who Jesus was. I think religion is a beautiful thing, and it's part of a transcendent human experience.
It is.
It's all of our experiences. But we're selling it. You're selling it. You're using the Gospels as a prophet. You're turning Jesus into a capitalist.
Well, I'm not here to put forth any economic system, but if you want to talk capitalism, there is a command that says, thou shalt not steal, which implies that you have the right to private property. Right?
That's absolutely correct.
Okay. Here's what Jesus said about why he came. This is why he came. I mean, yes, he wants us to take care of the poor, but that wasn't his primary message. If it was, he didn't really need to come. We already knew that. He came to give us himself. If it were true, would you accept that?
Not by your basis.
I'm not Jesus.
Well, clearly you're not, because you're not helping the poor. But
well, how do you know I'm not helping the poor?
Maybe you are. That was a bad statement to make. I'm just saying, based on your logic, even if Christianity were real, and we lived in a fairy tale world where I believed what you say, why would I follow a God who has no problem killing children, causing floods, burning cities, the works?
Okay, so now we've shifted from helping the poor to the God of the Bible's evil.
I'm using your logic.
What?
You asked me if I would become a Christian if it were true.
If it were
I'm
true.
saying, if it were true based on your logic, you still have to account for the fact that the God of the Old Testament was sort of a jerk. So even if it were true, why would I compromise my principles to serve that status?
Okay, well, let me ask you the question then. By what moral standard are you judging the God of the Old Testament to be evil?
Not his.
Okay, so, but what standard do you have if you're not a Christian or you're not a religious person? What is the objective moral standard by which you're claiming the Old Testament God is evil?
Last time I checked, generally we don't kill the firstborn of a whole colony of people just because we don't agree with them.
No, I agree with you, Taylor. My question is, from your worldview, from your perspective, why is killing the firstborn wrong?
Why would it not be from your perspective?
Well, because there's a standard outside of me whose essence is what we call goodness, and to deviate from that standard is what we call evil. So my question is, if that standard does not exist, God, whatever you call him, how can you say anything is evil?
I guess we can't because it's all relative.
But you just said that the God of the Old Testament is evil, so it's not all relative to you. You're saying
he was a sadist.
And you're saying sadism is bad.
I'm saying sadism is generally seen as being negative.
Right, but is it really negative or just your opinion it's negative?
I think it's my opinion and most of the people in here's opinion.
Okay, but is it really bad or just a preference you don't like?
Well, usually I don't like inflict pain upon others for pleasure, but sometimes on the weekends I splurge.
Okay, but this is all fun.
Like I don't get too rapey with it, you know, but a little masochistic. Yeah. College life, YOLO.
I know this is fun, Taylor, but I really want to be serious about the standard. Okay?
I just wanted to critique how consumer-based this presentation seemed.
Well, okay, I could stand up here and be boring.
I mean,
right? I mean, I'm trying to make it as fun as possible. Now, you may not like my style. That's fine. I'm from New Jersey. I can take it. okay? And, you know, I feed off people not liking what I do,
Yeah,
okay?
in Boston.
That's okay. I don't mind. Not everyone is for everybody, right? I get that, okay? You may think I'm a jerk. That's fine.
I don't think you're a jerk.
Okay. Well, if there's something that I did that's immoral in the presentation, I'm serious, let me know, because I will correct it. Okay? But I just think in today's day and age, I'm a visual person. I like seeing visuals. This isn't truth by majority vote, but I just want to ask the question, the rest of you in here. How many people would prefer a lecture or a visual presentation like this? How many say lecture? How many say visual presentation? Okay.
So
That's the only...
but it's not a visual. I mean, if you said what you're saying to me in a lecture, I would have the exact same disagreements. So that's not a logical statement to make.
Oh, I thought you were saying the PowerPoint was the problem.
I'm saying the PowerPoint, what you're saying, selling books, the whole message, it doesn't come across as something that's authentic to a gospel narrative.
Let me ask you a question. If I were to give you a book, would you read it?
Not your book.
So you're not open
To what?
to what I'm saying here.
Christ, he's forgiven me, right?
If it's true, yes, he will forgive you.
Even
And
the
he
time
will
I
give
stole
you his
candy
righteousness. What?
from that old lady at Ingles.
What's that?
Even for the time I stole candy from that old lady at Ingles.
Yeah, he'll
She was
forgive you for
sweet.
anything.
Well, no, she was cantankerous.
No, really, if I were to give you a book, would you read it?
Maybe.
Will you read it?
I'm a college student. I got crap to do. But yeah, maybe, depending.
At-
What book is
At
it?
some point. This
If
one.
you give me a book that says how to sexually assault everyone in this room, probably not going to read it. If you give me a book with a title that's compelling, maybe I'll read it.
Well, that's why you're here, right? It's called I don't have enough faith to be an atheist.
You're a atheist.
I don't have enough faith to be an atheist. Would you give her a book over there? Thanks, Debbie.
I got
Can
you.
I ask you a question? She did ask a question that I was curious about why God lets evil happen.
Yes. All right, excellent question. The question is, if God, why evil? Yes. And then we'll go to your question, okay, sir? And then just line up at the mic. Let's deal with the evil question first, okay?